Welcome to another episode of Heavy Hitters. Uh, man, have we got a story for you today? I'd like you to meet my boy Zoe. Zoe, go ahead and say hi.
How y'all doing? What's up, tribe?
Respect, man. So Zoe's got a similar number to me. He's got a D number. He caught his in 88. He went to a different reception than I did. I went to Hatch P. He went to Chino. Um, yeah, you got a D8. So 88, 89.
88, like July 88. Like
July of 88. Yeah. So, all right. Listen, Zoe, you got a strong story, man. And, your kid reached out to me a couple of times and, he said you starting a clothing line, the wrong enemy. You want to explain to us what that means?
Yeah, this is just basically, man, I just to let people know, man, a lot of people tend to judge us too much, man, just based on skin color or where we come from or whatever, man. And they just quick to judge you. And I'm like, man, I'm not your enemy. Get to know me before you judge me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you letting people know, don't start none, won't be none. You know what I mean?
That's
So
right.
don't start with nobody because you fuck with the wrong person and you're gonna receive havoc. You know what I mean? So don't do that. So that's what it's all about, man. Leave people the fuck alone. You know what I mean?
Right. That's why I try and treat everybody with respect. You know what I mean? No matter race, color, religion, gay, not gay, whatever. I don't care. I treat everybody with respect as a human being and take it from there. You know what I mean?
I mean, we learn that shit, man, especially being in prison. You learn that shit from living around so many different people. You understand what respect is all about. You know what I mean? And it's just
They
like
have
people.
no clue out here. No
Yeah,
clue whatsoever.
not at all, man. So,
Yeah.
I just promoting that, man. Like, get to know me before you judge me, man. Don't start none, won't be none, bro.
That's right. That's right. So the light gets so bright, I got to put shades on. My future's so bright, I got to wear shades. So listen, you had a 71 to life sentence, man. 70 to life sentence. My bad.
70 to life, man. I got caught up in this is my third term, right? My first term I went in for like in 88 when I caught my D number. I was in there on for a fucking robbery. And then I ended up getting 2 years. I go to Chino reception. I go to Jamestown. I go to fire camp for like 4 months. Then I exit. I stayed out maybe like about 80 something days. And I go back with two attempted murders, fucking gang shit. And ran into some enemies, you know what I mean? And it just went down like that. We got into a shootout. And I took a deal for 8 years on that. Then I ended up doing 6 on that. I was fucking up. That's when I got my first introduction to level 4 on that term. My first term I stayed level 1. And then my second term I came back. That's when I made it behind the wall and like, okay, I understood what level 4 is all about. Real prison politics shit. And then I got out and I stayed out a year and a half. During that period, man, I was like kind of like understanding like what it's meant about being I had a son already. And I was just trying to, be a family man and responsible. I had a job, I was working, but I was still straddling the fence. I was still caught up in the hood activities. I was still banging, basically. But
How'd that end up for you? Not so well, huh?
Ended up having me with 70 to life.
Right.
Prison, it got me like 70 to life, man. And like, damn, that's because I was straddling the fence trying to do two things and doing good and doing bad at the same time. You know what I mean? So I fucked mine off. I went back with the life sentence. This time I went through Delano reception. And
Right.
end up back in Pelican Bay with the 70 to life, man, and you know how that is up there.
Let me ask you this: you go to court and they snap you off fat. You know what I mean? And like I would have had tunnel vision at that point. I would have just been seeing the judge only or wanting my knees to buckle or something. You know what I mean? How did you feel when you got home that evening? When I say home, I mean back to your cell.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, dude, I was in that county jail spot they got on Imperial over there, right off the 105 freeway. I think it's a women's county jail now.
Yeah.
This is 96. Man, I got back from there, man, and dude, I got in the cell. I was in the cell with this dude from North Carolina. But when I got back to the cell, he was like, how much time they give you? About 15 years? Because everybody's thinking, okay, they found you guilty on that shit, but you're not gonna probably get life on it. I'm like, man, this is my third time. All my shit been violent. I mean, I'm finna get broke off. Then thinking maybe 15 to life. I'm like, man, I got 70 to life, man. And I said it like that, and he was just like, he was on the top bunk. He was like, oh shit. I'm gonna leave you alone, let you,
leave you alone.
I mean, I'm like, I didn't say shit. I wanted to say good looking out, but I couldn't even. I was just like sitting on the bunk, bro, and at the window right here and shit. I could look out the window. I could see the 105 freeway. And I was just sitting on the bunk, man. I had a daughter, just 4 months. Then my son, he was 8 years old. I'm like, I just thought about them. I didn't think about shit else. I didn't think about my girlfriend at that time that I had at the time. I was like, yo, man, what the fuck I'm gonna do? And I just broke down, man. I found myself, bro. You know the little desk be in the back of the cell by the window. And I
Yeah.
don't fuck. I think back to this shit now. Like I was up under that motherfucking desk, scratching the motherfucking vent. I'm thinking of ways how can I escape from this shit. I'm thinking these side doors around this motherfucker. I'm like, okay, this is fucking. They say Linwood, but this is Watts to me. And like the projects over there, if I
That's
could
what
get
it was, is Linwood, huh? Linwood County Jail.
motherfucker, I'm gonna get the fuck on. Let me get up. I was just like in my head, bro. I was scratching this shit. I didn't make I didn't make it out, but you know, I stayed there. They expedited me, man. I got the fourth whiff, man. They shot my ass up out of there so fast, man. I
How
caught the
long was it till you got SP3 to the joint?
yeah, it's straight up, man. They say because I'm state property already, because I still have my number. So you state property, so you out of here quick. You know what I mean? I'm like, so I'm already thinking appeal. You know what I mean? I'm thinking retrial and shit. I'm trying to figure out a way how can I stay.
That coming automatically right away because you're got a life sentence. You got an appeal coming right away.
Oh I had my attorney when they on day of sentencing, they went ahead and filed that right in the courtroom. So we filed his appeal right here. That's what they do when you get sentenced to life, sentenced to death. Anyone, and they're gonna do that. So he did that. I was hoping I could get some kind of retrial, some kind of shit there, but I wanted to stay there.
Give it to me today. Give it to me today.
Like I ain't trying to see the state. Let me try to get this shit overturned now. And you know how it be when you be fighting your case and you see other people in there with different cases, and you're like, how the fuck he get out?
Right.
So if he got action, you thinking I might got action. Like you walking like I'm going. I'm like, and then people telling you these stories and shit about fighting the case. Oh, you could beat that, this, that, and the other. These pro-per motherfuckers. I'm like, dude,
All
none of
these
that.
jailhouse lawyers, huh? Trying to tell you could beat it with this, you could beat it with that. You know, and the only thing that was getting beaten was you, huh?
That man, definitely that, bro. That shit had me just like, man, I was toe up. Then I'm in Delano on Halloween. Matter of fact, I caught the chain on Halloween night. I was in Delano, and it's like, dude, I was there. I went to the law library as soon as I can get out that cell. I started doing my research, shepherdizing cases. I end up with a state appointed appellate attorney. This Jewish chick from up north, man. Hey, man, I don't care what nobody say, bro. The Jews are the best fucking lawyers. I don't give a fuck, dude. Jews are the best fucking lawyers. I don't
True.
give
So
a
true.
There was some black dudes, they'd be like, man, I'm finna get the brother over here. I'm like, fuck, dude. Fuck that. I ain't disrespecting my people or no other races, but these right here, they got locked, man. These are the best attorneys. I'm just hands down in my opinion. They should do it. So
They
she came.
they got the plug with the judge, you know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
Jewish. Jewish.
I'm like, and people be hating on the Jews, like, why y'all fucking hating on? I mean, I ain't with no hate, no other race. I don't do that. You know what I mean? But still, it's like, yo, she did this for me. Check this out. She was writing me. Okay, I left Delano. I went to Pelican Bay. So I'm up here on A facility. So it's going down up here. We on lockdown, of course. You know, this shit hit the fan as always up there. So now I'm going back and forth to the library. And she get at me. She say, yo, I was in a car accident. So I'm having problems working on your case. I'm like, oh, fuck. I got somebody, my life is hanging in the balance right now. I got this lady, she's in the car accident. She get fatigued every time she get on the computer, so she can't do shit. But I was like, man, shit. So I just fought it out with her, sent all my issues. She prepared my opening brief. I like what she did. She kept getting extensions. But man, she got that life sentence off within 2 years, dude.
You told her, hey, I got nothing but time. I'll wait for you to get better, huh?
I'm gonna get an extension another 30 days because I can't do no work. And at the time, you know, I had a fucking dump truck public defender who got me all this time. So I'm thinking like, yo, I better fire her ass. I didn't get a chance to fire his punk ass like I should have. I should fire her ass now and give me a better appellate attorney. I'm not gonna keep playing with these dump trucks, right? Man, but dude, she came through, man. She had some issues I didn't know nothing about.
Let's not jump to the end too quick here. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Uh, so basically, you did the whole gamut. You did level 1, level 2, level 4. Let me ask you this.
I did a 3. I did level 3.
Level 3. So you did the whole gamut.
Yeah, I did all level. Well, not on this last term.
Right.
Throughout my
Right.
Exactly.
But throughout your D number, you've done the whole gamut.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. You know, on the majority of California's level 4s, there's a no hands policy. You know, I mean, if it's serious enough, you put heat in them. If it's not, you just let it go pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, you know the deal. So Level 1 though.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear those places are off the chain as far as just kicking off riots and this and that. You know what I mean? Like, you can almost always count on a riot on Cinco de Mayo, on Christmas Eve, and on fucking New Year's. You know what I mean? It's almost guaranteed a riot.
Hey, man, my first term, right? I was level 1, and I went to fire camp. You know, I only had 2 years, 2.5. So I ended up doing like 13 months. You know what I mean? At 8, I was 18 and shit. But from Jamestown. But it was something that, okay, my first time in prison. So I left from Chino. I was on the West Yard over there, and now I went to minimum. Then I ended up in Jamestown. So that was all level 1. It was like, you know, that's all I knew at the time. But it was a lot of little scuffles going on because during the time I was level 1, far as the blacks, things was way different back in the 80s. You know, I was level 1 at a time when Crips had the whole yard. You know what I mean? Wouldn't be no bloods on the yard.
Yeah.
Crip. I'm from Raymond. You know what I mean? So during my term, like Jamestown level 1 yard, couldn't no bloods come on the yard. So we was like off the dribble, off the top. We was just like every time one comes to the yard, we was just taking flight. You know what I mean? But they had to come over there for fire camp training. And then Chino West was like that. It was several prisons like with no bloods couldn't hit the yard because that's the way things was at the time. You know what I mean? Now things has changed. You know, they everywhere as well. You know what I mean? Respect to them. You know what I mean? But that was a different time. So it was like a lot of the riots that I seen during that time, you know, you had a little racial stuff going on, but on the yard I was on, we never had a riot at that time when I was on it. Just the north and south, they was getting into it a lot. You know what I mean?
Right. There was Northerners at Chino?
Well, no, this is Jamestown. No, Chino. No.
Yeah. Jamestown. Yeah, there's quite a few Northerners up there at Jamestown.
Hell yeah, they was on the yard. That was like I said, that was my first time in prison. You know what I mean? So it was my first time around Northanians like that. So I grew up down south. You know what I mean? I'm from Inglewood, so I'm like, okay, I've been around Southsiders all my life and shit. So that's all I really knew. So now I'm meeting them up there, but I'm seeing how they clashing. Now we heard the stories before we went to prison about the North and South. Now I'm witnessing this shit, and I'm on the yard, and they shooting at the gun tower. They little riots and shit. So I'm like, okay, this is prison life. You know what I mean? So okay, that's what it is. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say this, man. I went back years later. I get to that point. I'm going to jump the gun right now. I get back to that point. But I did experience level 2, man. And I'll say this, man. That shit is, in a sense, dude, it's kind of worse than level 4, man.
Right.
Level 4, higher environment, we have more structure. In these environments, it don't be like structure like that. It be structured, but the individuals that be there be people fresh off the streets with like just been down 2 years and shit. As opposed to, you know, we're in a higher level. You got motherfuckers been down 25, 30 years and shit since the 79 and shit who's pushing the line and they got this structure established. So that's the difference. You fucking around and get killed in a level 2 quicker than you can get killed in there because you sleeping in the dorm, a riot pop off, and you got certain type of motherfuckers down there that do their thing. You know what I mean? They get you. You know? So that shit was a little more dangerous. Only thing about it that I like though, because we can handle issues a little better. You know what I mean? We can go in the bathroom and take care of business. Discipline we got to do, get rid of people, you know what I mean? But I get around to that later on. So
right. So yeah, all right. So like you say, you know, them level 1 and 2s, they're pretty much off the chain too because everybody's trying to earn their little name. You know what I mean? I'm Big Bird from West Side Sesame Street. You know what I mean? Like, and now you guys are having. I don't know if you particularly or not had Northerners running with you. Like you guys kicked it with them. You played cards with them, you gambled with them, you spread with them. I don't know if your car did that or not, you know, but I know that's you guys, that's part of your car, the Northern car, right?